Hello, I'm Andrea McCabe and I teach math and science at Veritas Scholars Academy. I know you're thinking, hey, math and science, they go together, don't they? Well, actually throughout history that hasn't always been the case. If we go all the way back to the Greeks, to Democritus's atom or Aristotle's spontaneous generation, we discover that those were philosophical thinkings, not experimental ones. The same goes for Pythagoras and his school. It didn't have a lot to do with geometry as we think of it today. As we go through history, we meet Newton and we meet Galileo, who certainly used measurements to try and understand better the patterns of the universe. When we fast forward to the present day, we have this understanding that if we could just measure the length, breadth, frequency, concentration of a thing, then we can know it. If we know more about the parts, we can understand the whole. But what is it that the Bible has to say about our studies in math and science? I think David gives us an answer in Psalm 8. He says, "When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have set in place, what is man that you are mindful of him, the son of man that you care for him? You made him a little lower than the heavenly beings and crowned him with glory and honor." You see, we need both things. We need to study the earth so that we can better care for it, and that does mean taking measurements. But the questions that we ask and the hypotheses that we form have philosophical underpinnings. The numbers that we measure certainly aren't just numerical. I hope you can join me this year as we begin to look more deeply at science and math and how that helps us to better steward the world God has given us to care for, as well as worship Him for the wondrous, beautiful, amazing creation that He has made.